Okay, so I recorded this whole video and my autofocus was not on. So the entire video was blurry, not gonna lie. And I'm not re-recording it. Like, I didn't even like telling that story because it kind of irritated me because my trip really was wild. So I'm not ready to re-record it because I didn't even really want to tell the story. So it is what it is. If you rock with me, you gonna watch it anyway. And you could just listen to it and not watch it for real if the focus is like, you know, distracting. Like I'm like fuck with me, y'all. That's all I gotta say. Just fuck with me. Like the video, watch the video, listen to the video. Love me, y'all. Come on. Like, it's story time tea. That's me, and today I'm here to tell you a story about how I went on a trip with somebody that I shouldn't went on a trip with. Okay, so let me give y'all some background information on me and this person. So this girl was like a childhood friend, right? And we kind of kept in touch through social media. We didn't have each other numbers or nothing like that. It's just she would post something and I'm like, oh, look at you, you so cute. And then like we'd message each other for a couple of days and then we'd stop. It was like that type of thing. But she had seen that I had went on like a bunch of trips. This is like the year when I had went on like 12 trips for no reason. And so she had seen that I had went on like 3 trips recently. And she was just like, next time you go on a trip, invite me, bro. And so the next time I started planning a trip, I invited her. And she was for real. She was just like, yo, I'm gonna come. I said, bet. Like, cause I just know people be lying. Everybody always say they want to go on a trip. Then when it's time for the trip, they like. So I was just like, all right, cool. You want to come? I'm gonna give you the information for it. Whether or not you come is up to you. And so she was like, oh no, I'm gonna come when you getting your ticket. I'm gonna just send you my money and you can get my ticket with your ticket so that we can be together. And I was just like, okay. I didn't expect you to be this excited, but alright. I thought you was bluffing, but alright, cool. And so that's how it was. So I'm gonna set the scene, y'all. I'm like a cool 22. I'm gonna say I'm 22. I'm gonna say I'm 26. So I'm like a cool 22. She 22 too, because we was like around the same age or whatever. And like the reason why we wasn't friends is because she had a baby, and she would always be like doing stuff with her baby and everything like that. She didn't really have that many friends. Like she only talked to like 2 people ever. Like, and so she ain't had that many people close to her, and so like we would never hang out. And so I didn't know much about her for real. Like I just know what I knew about her when we was little, which don't matter because when you grow up, you grow up. And so it's just like she was a completely different person. She was still like the sweet person that she was when I met her when we was little, but like she was a whole nother person for real. And so once we started planning this trip or whatever, I kind of planned everything and I just told her to get the hotel because I like to plan stuff and I just like for things to be cool. Like I like to have a bunch of excursions, but I like to do like regular stuff, and then I also like to go to a bunch of cool places to eat so I can experience different food and different cultures and stuff everywhere I go. So I wanted to set the stuff up. I ain't wanted to leave it in her hands because I ain't know like how much of a planner she was, and I don't play that. Like when I go on trips, I want to experience everything, and I be going on trips for like 7 days, and then I'm like going to really feel the place. And so I gave her the money for the hotel. She gave me money for the plane. I planned all the excursions for the 2 of us, and I had paid for like 4 things up front, and then the other things was like, oh, you can pay once you get here type things. And so I had did that. Day of, I met her at the airport. And so we go to the airport and she meets me there. She got there before me. I was running late, y'all. I wasn't late, but I was running late. And so she was there already. And I come in. She's like, oh, I'm standing on this side with da-da-da-da. And she described where she was at for her. I was like, all right, cool. And I walk in and I walked right past her. Like, right past her. And you wondering, Tisha, if you know how this girl look and you know who she is, how did you walk right past her? Y'all, she was standing with this huge man, right? Like, imagine this. Imagine, like, what's his name? Bubbles. Imagine Bubbles from Lilo and Stitch. Like the Child Protective Serviceman with the shades and the black suit. Imagine him, right? Imagine him, but with hair. Like, that's what he looked like. Like, he smack looked like Bubbles, but with hair. Like, big and look like... I was just like, who is that? Because I texted her, I'm like, bro, I was seeing. She's like, bro, was that you with the da-da-da? I'm like, yeah, that was me. Like, where was you at? I turn around, she literally right there with Shorty. Like, I'm like, who is that? And so I walk over there. I'm just like, hey. I gave her a hug, and then I'm like, hello, nice to meet you. Shake his hand and everything like that. And I'm just like, oh, who is this? I'm like, oh, he was making sure that, like, you was cool for real. He was, like, dropping you off, making sure that you was good, because, like, you teeny and somebody could kidnap you, right? She's just like, oh no, I wanted him to go on a trip with us because, like, you had said that, like, you was inviting a bunch of people or whatever. I'm just like, what? And she was like, yeah, you said it was like an open invitation, so once you invited me, I just invited him. And I was like, I'm like, so you just invited him and you didn't say anything? Like, when did you invite him? Like, at what point in the process did you invite this man? After I got both our tickets? After you got the hotel? After everything was planned for the two of us? Where in that plan did you decide to invite this grown man? When did you decide to invite him? I'm confused. And so she's like, yeah, I had invited him a couple days ago, and he was like, yeah, he ready to come. And so then, like, you know, I just figured it wouldn't be no problem. He could just come. And I'm just like, and she was like, yeah, so I had showed him our little tickets and everything like that so that he could get on the same plane and everything like that, so it'd work out. I was just like, oh, okay. You know, I'm not even, it's cool. I'm just like, he could be cool, like, it could be cool, like, alright. And I didn't know if that was like her man or like a childhood friend, or like, I didn't have any inclination or like anything. Like, I didn't know at all, like, anything about this man or like how this came about. Like, I didn't know. And so I was just like, all right, I'm just gonna rock with it. Like, we gotta get on our plane in like 40 minutes, so like and so we go through TSA and everything like that, and we go sit. We're sitting for like a cool like 10 minutes, then we start boarding. And so we get on a plane. He sit like across from us or whatever, and she like telling me like, oh, well, he like my childhood friend and he's gay, so, you know, da-da-da. I'm just like, I don't know what him being gay has to do with anything right now, but okay. and so she's just like, yeah, so I just thought it would be cool. He never been on no trips, so I just figured I'd invite him and everything like that. I'm like, oh, okay, well, that was nice of you. Would have been cool if you would have told me, but that's cool. And so skip the plane ride. We get there and she doing everything for the hotel or whatever. She checking and everything like that. We get our little keys. We go up to the hotel room. But like, I'm confused because I'm just like, you got a hotel room and he didn't get a hotel room. So all three of us is about to be in this one hotel room. I don't know of any hotels with like 3 queen size beds. I don't know. It probably exists, not that I've seen, and not that we bought. like that's not what we got. We got a 2-bed one. So I'm just like, okay. We get in, we putting our stuff away and everything like that, and she like sit on my bed, right? She sit on my bed. I don't like when people do stuff like that. I'm like, we got on our plane clothes. Like, we was on the plane. We sat in the airport with these clothes on, and you just sat on the bed. I'm low-key disgusted. Not gonna lie to you. Why would you do that? So I was mad, but I'm just like, you got a bed. That's your bed over there with your man's for real. So why are you sitting on my bed? She was just like, oh no. Like, I just thought it would be better if I slept with you. I'm like, sleep with me? Why would you sleep with me? She was just like, because, you know, we both girls. And I'm just like, ain't he gay? I thought he was gay for real. And like, it's the same, right? No? Like, you can't just sleep over there with him. You invited him. I don't see why my sleeping arrangement got to change because you invited one of your friends to GirlsTrip. I don't know this man. And now you saying that you want to share a bed with me. I didn't come on a 6-day trip to share a bed with somebody. I'm sorry. Like, if we not smashing, you ain't crashing. Like why are you my bed? Why are you my bed? So I'm just like, all right, I'm not gonna be mad. It's cool. I'm like, yeah, okay, you can sleep with me. Just, you know, make sure you shower every night. She was like, I'm more of a shower in the morning type. I was just like, make sure you shower every night. Like, who asked? I don't care. I'm like, bro, get out of here. So I was already mad at the beginning of the trip. Like, it just, so I'm just like, all right, let's go. We're gonna go out. Because, like, we had got there at like 4 o'clock. So I'm like, we're gonna go outside. We had been in the hotel for like an hour or whatever, putting everything away. They changed clothes. I got in the shower and changed my clothes. And then they was like, oh, let's go get something to eat. So we go outside. We like on the strip for real. So like we close to all this stuff. So we don't really need a car. But he was like, he was getting a rental. So he got a rental. And so while me and her was like getting something to eat, he dealt with the rental or whatever. So me and her eating. Everything cool. She drinking. I'm not drinking. I'm not really a day drinker. Like, if I'm a drink, it's gotta be like some type of celebration, or it gotta at least be nighttime. I don't know, because I don't really drink like that. So I was just like, yeah, I'm not drinking. She had a little too much to drink. And so she's really small, y'all. She's like 5 foot flat. Just flat, 5 feet. That's it. And I think she might have lied. She might be 4'11" and she just tell people she 5 foot because she think it sound cooler. Like, so like she's very small. And so the amount of stuff that she drunk, she shouldn't have drunk. Like, she wasn't fat or nothing. Like, she was small. Like, in every type of way, she was small. Feet small, hands small, body small, she's small. And so I'm just like, that's kind of crazy that you're drinking all that. Like, are we not going to the club tonight? Like, like, are we not getting drunk tonight? Like, you just going to stay drunk all day. All right, cool, bet. High five. Like, I'm like, all right, you rocking out. This your first time going on vacation in a while. You without your daughter. All right, cool. So she go crazy. And he comes back. He comes to the place or whatever to, like, pick us up. And she's done. Like, she's not full out of her shoes drunk, but she drunk though. And so she come out the little restaurant, whatever, telling me how much she loved me. We get in the car, she telling him how much she loved him. And then it was funny. It really was funny. But he seemed like he was kind of mad. And I was just like, you mad you couldn't turn up? Like, are you mad that we got drunk without you, even though I didn't drink? Like, and so I didn't know what it was, but I was just like, maybe it's related to the car rental thing or whatever, and maybe it's not the fact that she drunk or nothing like that. And so he was just like, what y'all want to do? And so I was just like, we could go like to Top Golf or something, like. And at this point in time, I had never been to Top Golf, so I was like, yeah, we could go to Top Golf. They say it's cool. Let's go over there. And so we go to Top Golf. She's still drunk, and she ordered drinks, and I'm like, and so I was just like, well, the sun kind of going down for real. I could get something for real. And so I get a drink. He didn't get no drink though, and he's just watching us get drunk, and she just like, why don't you drink? He's just like, I don't want to drink. And then he just like pouting the whole time. I'm like, bro, you came on this trip to pout? Like, do you want to be here? I'm like, are you the babysitter? I'm like, why are you pouting? And the thing was, like, where the Top Golf was, it was close to our hotel, so it's just like, he didn't really need to drive back. We could have walked back for real. So like, if he wanted to drink, he could have drunk for real. And I only had like 2 drinks, like, and it would have wore off by the time we would have left anyway, because it wasn't like they were strong. Like, they be like, baby. It don't really be nothing. So I'm just like, all right. And so we leave, and she's still drunk, y'all. She's still drunk. She stayed drunk. And so we going back to the hotel, and he's just like, I'm hungry. I want to get something to eat. And so I was like, all right, it's the spot. They got desserts. We could go there, and you could get food, and then me and her could get desserts, and we could just cool for real. He's like, all right, bet. So we go to the spot. Me and her get desserts. He get dinner. And then, like, he's eating, and, like, midway through him eating, he's just like, I want to go. Mind you, my dessert came like later because they thought that like it was just him ordering food. So like they staggered how they brought the food out or whatever. So they brought the regular thing out, and then like 15 minutes later they brought the desserts out. And so it was just like, I didn't have my dessert for that long. I literally had put like 1 spoon into my dessert, and he was ready to go. And I'm just like, bro, what are you in so much haste for? Like, I'm like, it's our first day here, and you like low-key acting a fool. I'm not gonna lie. Like you're low-key bugging me. Like, you gotta chill. And so he's just like, no, I just want to be back to the hotel. Like, I'm just trying to be in a hotel for real. And I'm just like, you literally can just go without us. He's just like, how y'all gonna get back? I'm just like, bro, we about 5 blocks away. We got feet for real. I'm not even drunk. Like, I can definitely walk us home. Like, she's not fall over drunk either. Like, she's just drunk. So, like, we could just go without you. And he was just like, no, I'm just gonna wait for y'all because that's gonna make me mad. I'm like, us walking back without you gonna make you mad when you the one that want to leave right now and we're not done our desserts? Like, I'm confused. And so I was just like, alright, I guess. And so like he waited for us, and the whole time he's waiting for us, he's on his phone and he's pouting and everything. And I'm just like, bro, why you invite him? Like, for real, why did you invite him? So me and her just talking, like just catching up on like how her daughter doing and everything like that. And I'm just like, bruh, he's still over there pouting. Like, look at his little face. Like, he looks so mad to be there. Like, he really didn't want to be with us. And I'm just like, nobody asked you to come on this trip. Like, I didn't ask you to come. And, like, you here and you acting a fool. Like, why are you acting a fool? And so, I'm just like, let me go ahead and pack my stuff up so we can get back to the hotel, so we can leave you in a hotel and we can go do something else because you're geeking. And so, I was like, can we get some boxes, please? Thank you. Gave her my little tip. Walked out. I didn't even ask for the change. I said, fuck the change because I want to get out of here because I'm tired of him. And so we left and we went back to the hotel. He parked the car somewhere. Not in the hotel parking garage. He parked it somewhere. And then we walked into the hotel. We're there for like a cool hour. And then like he gets on the phone with somebody. And he's African. I don't know what kind. But he was speaking though. he was speaking his little speak for real. So I didn't know what he was talking about. But it just sounded very like angry. It just sounded very angry. And I was just like, I know he ain't on the phone talking shit about us. But the girl, she was African too. But she was another type of African. So it's like, she knew what he was saying? Question mark? Like, they wasn't the same type of African though. Like, he was Nigerian and she was like something else. I don't know what she was. She was like, to this day, I don't know what she is. But it wasn't that, though. And so, she was saying, like, oh, don't worry about him, whatever, whatever. But I'm just like, bro, do you know what he's saying, though? Because I'm nosy. Like, what is he saying? Because he seems so mad. And I want to know why he mad. And so, like, maybe we can fix it. But, like, we wasn't solving no problem. So, I was like, all right, it's whatever. And me and her, we changed our clothes again. We going to a new spot. So it was nighttime. We was trying to go outside. And he was just like, oh, I don't really know if I'm going to go with y'all. I was like, cool. Like, I don't need a man to guide me to the club. Like, I'm good. And so we leave out. He has her location. So he meets us there, like, later on. We was in the club for, like, 2 hours having the best time of our lives. We was turning up. It was like just a bunch of women in there. Like, I barely saw any men in there. I don't know. Like, it was cool for real. And I was letting other women dance on me. I'm like, my leg up in there. Having the best time of my life. And then he walk in the club mad already. I'm like, bro, you just got in here. And so he walk up to her and start, like, I don't know what he was saying. I don't know what he was saying, but he was mad. I'm like, yo, why he act like somebody's father? I'm just like, bro, why did he act like somebody's father? Like, sir, are you good? Do you need something? Like, why did you come in the club immediately yelling at her? Like, it's like, is you her dad? Are you her angry boyfriend that she left at home? You ain't got a call? It's okay, girl? Like, what? I'm like, what is going on? Like, why are you acting this way? And so he just was like, you know what? I'm over it. And then he left. And I'm just like, so confused. I'm like, bro, why did you invite him if he was gonna act like this? And so then he leave or whatever, or so we think he left, and we come out like an hour later and he's standing there and the rental is gone. He's just like, I don't know what happened to the rental. Mind you, it's a fire hydrant right there. It's a fire hydrant right there. And I'm just like, bro, first of all, it's a weekday. Like, first of all, it's a weekday. Second of all, you next to a fire hydrant. Like, they took your shit. Like, you need to call one of them little numbers. I don't even know what the number is that you need to call, but your car is gone. I'm like, somebody probably was just like, hey, it's somebody parked in front of a fire hydrant. I just thought y'all should know. Straight reported you and your shit's gone. And so he was just like, I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. Like, da-da-da. I'm like, damn, sucks to suck. I don't know what you want me to do. Like, I don't even have a car. I don't know how this is set up. I'm like, I don't know what you want me to do. And so she's hanging on to me because she's the drunkest that she's been all day. And so he mad at her for being drunk. And then he mad at me for not knowing what to do. And I'm just like, let's get the fuck out of here, clock. And I get an Uber and me and her are going. We go back to the hotel. We get in the tub. Like, we get in the bed. He come in at like 3 a.m. mad as hell. Oh my goodness, he's so mad. And I'm just like, you good? I didn't actually care. But he was just like, yeah, I got the car back, no thanks to you. And I'm just like, what was I supposed to do? And why would you park in front of a fire hydrant? And like on that whole block, it wasn't nobody parked there. So like also, I think like maybe it was something going on that day. Like nobody was parked on that side of the street when we went into the club. When we came out of the club, nobody was parked on that side of the street. I'm like, it might have been something that was going on. Like, did you think that these spots was just free for fun? Like, why do you think that nobody else parked right here? Like, it had to be a reason. Like, your car was the only car right here. Like, and it's not like the club was empty. Like, and this street was literally on the side of the club. So it's just like, if somebody was going to the club, they would park right here if they could. So you parked right there, you're dumb. I don't know. Like, it doesn't matter what state you're in. If you see that no cars are parked right there, and it's actually a busy night, use your common sense. You're not supposed to park there. And like, I didn't see any signs that said don't park here. But also, why would you park in front of a fire hydrant? And why would you park somewhere where there's no other cars? Like, you're dumb. And so I was just like, bro, you dumb. And I can't help you. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. And he was just like, well, I got the car back, so I'm not even worried about it. And I was like, okay. I was like, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't know what to do. Like, this isn't my city. And also, I don't own a car. So even if, like, I don't know. So he's just like, it's whatever. It's whatever. And I'm just like, he gonna be mad the whole trip? Like, all of this happened in the first day. So I'm just like, bro, what? And so it goes on the next day. We wake up in the morning. He left us. He was gone. Like, he went to go get breakfast, like, without us. Mind you, it's no food in the hotel at all. Like, all the places was closed because it was, like, post-Rona, for real. And so, like, a lot of places had went out of business and whatever. So, like, it was just, like, yeah, it was bad. And so, we had to, like, leave the hotel and go down the street to get some food. And we was just like, bro, why would you wake up and go to get something to eat without us? Like, that's messed up. And so, and like, cause like all the places that was like next to the hotel was like places that opened up at like 4 o'clock. Like, they were like, most of the places is like little fancier restaurants. And so like, they don't open in the morning, they open at like 4 o'clock and then they close at like 2 or something. And so it was just like, we had to walk to actually get to like a little cafe or something. And then it wasn't even real breakfast. They had like little scones and like, yeah, scones. They had scones and muffins. So it was just like, it was messed up that he left us. We just like, all right, we eating blueberry muffins for breakfast. Cool. That's it. Like, blueberry muffins and coffee. Like, we didn't have nothing. And so I was just like, where your phone at? Because I'm about to text him. She was hungover. I texted him like, bro, why did you leave us? And he's just like, y'all didn't wake up when I woke up. And I'm just like, why didn't you wake us up? And he was just like, y'all was gonna be hungover and y'all was gonna be taking too long to get ready. I'm just like, I'm literally not hungover and I don't get hungover and I'm starving and you played. And he's just like, well, how was I supposed to know that you don't be hungover? I'm just like, why didn't you just try? Like, you didn't even try. Like, you just left us in the hotel. And he's just like, it's whatever. I'm like, well, obviously it's whatever. You're gone. Like, you're gone. And there's nothing we could do about it. And we here eating scones. So, okay. And so I'm just like, bro, just next time, you know, just tap me for real. I wake up very easily. Like, I get dressed very quick. Like, I'm low maintenance. Like, when I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. Like, I just, boop. And then I'll be together. So I'm just like, I can get ready quick. Like, next time, please don't leave me. I didn't think I had to ask you not to leave me when you're going to get breakfast and there's no breakfast in this vicinity. But okay. And so he's just like, all right, yeah, I'll let you know next time. Bro, he did not let me know next time. The next morning, he did the same exact thing. He did not say nothing to us. And I'm just like, all right. And like, as the days went on, he just got more and more angry at us for being on a vacation. I'm just like, what do you do on a vacation other than like go on like little excursions and like eat well and rest and like enjoy the scenery? Like, what do you do on vacations other than that? I don't know. Like, what did you expect us to do? And it was just like, I had planned for me and her to do stuff. So I was just like, well, if you don't want to be with us, we're going to do the stuff that I planned for us to do, because I can't get refunds back. So we just started doing everything like he wasn't there. And like, he just kept on getting more and more mad at us. And I'm just like, bro, you acted a whole fool the first 2 days that we was here. And like, I didn't plan any of the excursions for the first 2 days. I was just like, we just gonna vibe out for real. And so I'm just like, now we just gonna do the stuff because I was not gonna be able to get you a ticket to come anyway. And then now that you've been a butt, like, that just helped me out. And so we went and we did everything that we wanted to do without him. And so he was mad, but I was just like, whatever. And so we went on. We moved. And so, like, once we got to the final day or whatever, he was just like, I really hope that y'all had a good time. And I'm just like, yeah, we did. Like, all 3 of the times that we went to the club without you, amazing. Every breakfast that we had without you, amazing. like we were not worried. Like, we had an amazing time. And she just like, high five. Like, she was unfazed. She act like he wasn't acting a fool the whole trip. And I'm just like, bro, this was literally your friend and you invited him to my trip and he really tried to ruin my trip with his little stinky attitude. Like, why are you like this? And so she tried to just act like it didn't happen. And so, like, they were cool after the trip. I was not cool with her no more. Because I was mad. Because I'm just like, bro, I spent all this money on this trip. I'm trying to have this trip with you. It's supposed to be like low-key be a girl's trip. Then you invite this man and then he got the worst energy in the world. And then, like, he just kept on saying weird stuff. Like, when I was getting out of the shower, he was saying like nasty stuff. Like weird nasty stuff. Like, he not actually gay type stuff. like he was being weird. I'm like, let me cover up. Because like, because who is you? Like, it was like, he was just very weird. He was very weird. And I was like, I'm never going on a trip with you again, girl. Because I don't know. Or like, I'm not getting you to get the hotel. I don't know. I never went on a trip with her after that. But I was just like, you're being very weird. Like, he was a weirdo and she was weird for inviting him. So, I ain't like that. I did not like that at all. But then at the same time, I was just like, you know, I always go on more trips. And I'm going back to the place that we went to. Because that wasn't the experience that I wanted to have. I wanted to have another type of experience. But like, it ultimately, it was still cool. But I just feel like if you're going on a trip that somebody invited you on, you shouldn't be inviting somebody else. Unless you at least like say something ahead of time. Like, me coming to the airport and him being there was crazy. And I'm just like, and then from that point on, shit never stopped being crazy. Like, I just kept on being like, what the heck? Like, every 5 minutes I'm like, what? And like, so it wasn't good vibes. But like, I moved for real. Like, we moved for real. Like, it still was a good vacation. But I just feel like you should not do stuff like that. Like, don't invite people to somebody else's plans. Because it could have very well went worse than the way it did. But, you know, that's what she wanted to do. I'm pretty sure she had a better time than me. She was drunk most of the time, so she probably don't even remember it. She just was turned. So, it was cool, I guess. But yeah, moral of the story, if I ain't say that already, you know, tell people not to invite niggas to your stuff. Like, tell people not to be inviting plus ones when they a plus one for real. Because, like, the trip was really supposed to be for me for real. Like, the trip was like a trip that I was planning by myself, and then I just decided to invite her. So it's just like, yeah, I'll learn my lesson. I ain't do that again, and I'm old now, so like, I won't ever need to do that again. I got a person on lock that I'm taking to all my trips, so it's cool. But yeah, for me, story time, Tish. That tea is over. Peace.